It's your girl. I just wanted to talk about something really, really quick because it's been bothering me. I don't know if you guys watch the news. Like, depending on where you live at, you have different news. But if you've ever seen any kind of videos involving children um, and their deaths caused by whomever, it could be, the sister and brother, the parents, the grandparents, the aunts, the uncles, whoever it is. Um, and you see them when they go to court, and it's like it's not even them in that courtroom. Now, whether they put on a show and okay, they cry or claim that they didn't mean to, or whatever it is, like really, really take a look into your kid's eyes, or your um, niece's eyes, or your nephew's eyes, or a granddaughter, grandson, um, little cousin, son, daughter, whatever it may be. Really look into their eyes. And please tell me what state of mind that someone would have to be in to do that to a child. I don't care what age they are. I look at my kids every day, and like not a thought even crosses my mind to do something like that, because it's I gave them life for a reason. I gave them life so they can be here, and enjoy it with us. And I just don't know how somebody can even stoop that low in any state of mind and do that. I've been told, by a couple people that um, maybe it wasn't them. Maybe there was a maybe there was a bad spirit that got into them, a demon spirit, and made them do it. Okay, that's possible. Just like the people that shoot up movie theaters, and that just commit any kind of crime. To me, I don't think it was that person, because every single person in this world cannot tell me that they don't want to be here, that they're pissed off at life. I get it. I get it. The struggle, just anything. It could be your marriage, it could be a job, it could be, financially, it could be, it could be anything that could make you go over the edge. Everybody's been there. You can't say you haven't. And for you to commit a crime like that, it's not you. It's not you. Because if you look deep down inside somebody, if you really, really look at their eyes when they're talking to you, or if you watch them on a video or just anything, you can tell when someone's being sincere and when someone's been not being sincere. And a lot of them people in them videos are kind of like they're stiff, like they're controlled, like they're puppets, marionette puppets. Um, so it's not you can't you can't specifically blame that person, because if you act a certain way towards someone that you've never done it before, something is controlling you. If your mindset changes and you aren't your normal self, um, I don't want to say a demon spirit, because some people might take that a different way. I will just say that something took over your body, something took over your mind, something took over your soul, and is getting you to act like that. Now another issue is when people say, oh, well, when you're drunk, you're a different person. When you're drunk, the drunk always tell the truth, and blah, blah, blah. it's not that. It's just when you're drunk, not everybody. Some people, um, they transform. I'm not saying it's bad, but some do. Some transform into someone else, which causes them to do something else. And everybody's bitching and, complaining about alcohol and, the death rate and blah, 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 and this and this and this. Okay, it's not that. It should just be, I don't know. Like, I can't even say that. What was in my head was they should have it to where you have to be able to carry something around in your pocket, like a license, that okays you to have alcohol. Once you commit a felony or misdemeanor, DUI, hit and run, whatever it is, and I'm not saying one is better than the other or one is worse than the other, but when you commit any kind of crime involving alcohol, you should have a strike against you. Now, I don't want to throw in the three strike law because it's California, but there should only be so much that the system can take that will prevent you from being able to buy alcohol. And I hate to say that, like I drink my alcohol, but I don't go out there and commit a crime. Like if I'm drinking my alcohol, I drink it. I drink it in the house. Like I don't go out to bars. I don't, go to parties and stuff like that. Like we might have company over, or we might go to somebody else's house and have a few. But if we know that we're drinking and we know that we have to drive home, then, we know not to do that. We will just say, okay, well, we'll just have something when we come home or, whatever. Because we know the consequences. We know, that, it's okay to have one or two, but, what I just don't get is that, they don't want you to drink and drive, but they have bars. So, which means you're going to drink, you're going to drive. Not everybody, because some people catch a cab, catch Uber, Lyft, whatever you guys catch, or some people get rides. But there is that percentage that actually get behind the wheel. And for the police and the government, the cities, whatever it is, the country, the state, whatever, to okay for bars to be open and for you to actually sit there and get drunk and be able to leave. Like some bars will, have your keys taken from you if they feel that you're not able to drive, but that's very few. Very few don't they just want the money, so they don't care. And I'm not naming any specific bars, it's just there is some that don't say anything. Like there are some that we've been to, that I've been to, and they've never asked us, they should have breathalyzers there that everybody has to take when they leave. If your alcohol level is a certain level, then you don't leave. You have to get a ride, and that's the way it should always be. Of course, it's going to be more, a little bit more expensive to have it for the bars, but a little bit more expensive can save more lives, a lot more lives, and to me, that's way more important than a dollar sign. And some of these people don't realize that. Some of these people that get behind the wheel, they don't realize that there's, families, there's fathers and, mothers and cousins and aunts and uncles and, just anybody, babies and, little kids and animals, like just anything in that other car. And you might think you're okay to drive, but you're not. And I get that, there's been times that I'd say, okay, yeah, no, I'm not drunk, which I wasn't, but I was feeling it. So I wouldn't take my keys and be like, I'm good. Like right now, I'm not drunk, but I feel good. I would not get behind the wheel right now because I know the consequence. I know that anything can happen. And a lot of people don't think about that. So I don't know. I just wanted to end it on, I know Memorial Day's coming up, summertime's coming up, and just everybody please be safe, on the holidays, and every single day please be safe. Think before you drive, no matter what it is. It's crazy how all these people are dying and crashes, and back to my thing with the little kids dying. Like, I'm sorry, but if you are convicted of killing a child and you are found guilty, and that's proof, you should be killed. You should be put to death. If it was an accident, for whatever reason, which accidents happen, for whatever reason, then that's different. And I don't want to make it sound like to be like I'm a bad person for saying that, but people do make mistakes. And if they could admit to that, and their story is true to the heart, and you can deep down, like, judges ain't stupid. Judges know when somebody's lying and when they're not. So if they feel that heartfelt story, that was a bird in my yard, that they really, really, truly didn't mean that, then okay, that's different. But if they cold blooded, like if they just did it and they said, yeah, I did it, you know, the baby was crying, or the baby was this, or did whatever, see ya. I'm sorry, I hate to say that, it's not right to kill, and I don't wish death on anybody, but a child is innocent. A child is a blessing, and a lot of people take that for granted, and they need to be taught. They need to be taught that, you can't do stuff like that. There's a lot of people out there in the world that can't have a child, that look to adoption, and instead of you saying, oh, I can't take it anymore, find help. Give that child up for adoption if you really, really, truly think that you can't do it and that you can't make it with that child. It's not wrong. It's not wrong. It would be better for you to let that child um, be able to live its life. Even if it's not with you, the birth mother or the birth father, it will be able to live its life. And who knows, later on down the line, they might find you and then say, what happened. And you can explain it to them. You can just say, hey, I made a mistake. Hey, I can't, I'm going to end it there because I can't speak for any parent of why they can't do what they do. Because every parent gets mad. Every parent gets tired and fed up at times, and you just have to look past that and move forward and say, okay, leave the room. Leave the room and think about it. Freeze it. Just think. That's all. Think before you do anything. And that mother story ties in. Think before you do anything. Think before you drive. Think before you act. Think before you talk. That big word, it's called think. If everybody could do stuff like that, this world would be so much better. I'm not saying it's going to be perfect because, we have certain government people that won't make it easy for us. That maybe they want us to go off our rockers and, do whatever. It's called population control. That's a way for them to control how many people are in this world. They say, oh, it's multiplying, but sorry, all the babies that are born, people are dying. So I don't know how our population goes up. It's either even or falls. Thanks to the government. Peace, love you. Shout out to Miss Gumby. Hope you guys like this video. Comment, like, subscribe to my channel. Love you guys.